Good morning, my dear students. How are you? Hope you all are doing well. First of all, I welcome you all to my today's class. Secondly, I take the opportunity to express my thanks to you for attending online classes regularly. I also appreciate your dedication, your commitment to your studies. I am Shongjukta Pal Choitali, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government Bangla College, Dhaka. Now, let us start our session. Our today's topic is transformation of sentences. First of all, I would like to tell you the kinds of sentences from structural point of view. Sentences, perspective of structure. From the perspective of structure, there are three kinds of sentences: simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. Let us discuss these sentences with examples. The first one is simple sentence. The sentence which has a subject and a finite verb is called simple sentence. So what is a simple sentence? The sentence which has a subject and a finite verb is called simple sentence. For example, we wear mask to keep us safe. And the second example is, by wearing mask we will go outside. These two are the simple sentences. Here we have got one subject and one finite verb. That's why these are called the simple sentences. Now the second one, complex sentence. The sentence which has a principal clause and a subordinate clause, or more than one subordinate clauses, is called complex sentence. So what is a complex sentence? The sentence which has a principal clause and also a subordinate clause, or the sentence which has a principal clause and more than one subordinate clauses is called complex sentence. For example, if you eat a balanced diet, you can remain safe. If you eat a balanced diet, you can remain safe. And the second sentence is, people should stay at home so that they can remain safe. In these two sentences, we have one principal clause and one subordinate clause. In the first example, if you eat a balanced diet, this is a subordinate clause, and you can remain safe, this is a principal clause. So combinedly, this is a complex sentence. In the second example, people should stay at home. This is a principal clause. And so that they can remain safe, this is a subordinate clause. And combinedly, this is a complex sentence. That is, people should stay at home so that they can remain safe. Now, the compound sentence. Compound sentences are those which have more than one principal clauses, and these principal clauses are connected with coordinating conjunctions like and, but, or, yet, therefore, etc. So, what is a compound sentence? I repeat. Compound sentences are those which have more than one principal clauses, and these principal clauses are connected with coordinating conjunction like and, but, or, yet, therefore, etc. For example, we must develop the habit of washing our hands, or we cannot remain safe. In this example, we must develop the habit of washing our hands and we cannot remain safe. These two are the principal clauses, and these two principal clauses are connected with the coordinating conjunction or. And in the second example, look, our teachers love us and we respect them. Now, in this compound sentence, our teachers love us. This is a principal clause. Again, we respect them. This is also a principal clause. And these two principal clauses, that is, our teachers love us and we respect them, these two principal clauses are connected with coordinating conjunction and. So, these are the two examples of compound sentences. Now we will learn how a complex sentence is transformed into a simple sentence. Number 1. When a complex sentence starts with the structure like if plus present tense and in the negative form plus future tense, we use the following pattern to make it simple. I repeat, when a complex sentence starts with the structure if plus present tense in the negative form and future tense, we use the following pattern to make it simple. The structure is like that: without plus gerund. What is gerund? Verb plus ing of the if clause, and then we will write the next clause. Now the example. The complex sentence is, if you do not work hard, you will not succeed in life. This is a complex sentence. Structure starts with the structure if plus present tense plus future tense. And when we make it simple sentence, my dear students, what will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence will be, without working hard, you will not succeed in life. According to the rule, first of all, we will write without and then we use gerund, that is verb plus ing. Now, what is the verb here in the if clause? The verb is work and we will add ing to the verb work. So, it will be working, and the remaining part, that is hard, we use a comma and then the next clause, that is you will not succeed in life. So finally, the simple sentence will be, without working hard, you will not succeed in life. When this if clause is in the affirmative form, we use by instead of without. When if clause is in the negative form, we use without. In the previous example, you see that. And now, when if clause is in affirmative form, we use by instead of without. For example, the complex sentence is, if you work hard, you will succeed in life. This is the complex sentence. And when we make it simple sentence, what will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence is, by working hard. That is, instead of without, we use here by. Why? We use by because if clause is in the affirmative form. That's why we use by. So, by working hard. Working is gerund here, verb plus ing. By working hard, comma, you will succeed in life. So, I think it's clear to you, my dear students. So, the next one. When a complex sentence starts with the following structure, main clause plus subordinate clause, starting with what? Starting with so that. We use the following pattern to make it simple. Now, main clause plus infinitive. What is infinitive? You know, to plus verb, we can call it infinitive instead of so that. And here we also drop the subject of the subordinate clause, and then we will write the remaining part of the clause or the sentence. This is the pattern when we make this complex sentence into simple one. Now the example, he studies hard so that he can pass the examination. This is a complex sentence. He studies hard so that he can pass the examination. Now we will write, we will transform it into a simple sentence. What will be the simple sentence? According to the rule, simple sentence will be, first of all, we will write the main clause. That is, he studies hard. Now, the infinitive, to plus verb. So, we also drop the subject of the subordinate clause. The subject here is he. We drop the subject and we also drop so that, and instead of this we use infinitive, that is to plus verb. Here verb is pass. What is the verb? P-A-S-S. Pass is the verb here. So we can write, he studies hard to pass, and then the remaining part of the clause, that is the examination. So finally the simple sentence will be, he studies hard to pass the examination. The next one. When a complex sentence deals with the structure like so plus adjective plus that, we use the following pattern to make it simple. What is the pattern? To plus adjective plus infinitive. And infinitive is to plus verb, the main verb. Now the example, complex sentence, he is so weak that he cannot walk. This is a complex sentence. And when we make it simple, what will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence is he is, then 2 plus adjective. What is the adjective here? Weak is the adjective. So he is too weak, and then the infinitive, that is 2 plus verb. We will write 2 and then the verb is walk. Finally, the simple sentence will be he is too weak to walk. Then another example is for you. It was so dark that you could not see your hand. This is a complex sentence. And simple sentence will be it was too dark. To, the verb is see. The adjective is dark. So 2 plus adjective plus infinitive, that is too dark to see. So the simple sentence will be it was too dark to see your hand. The next one. When a complex sentence starts with the pattern like it is certain, it is sure, it is sudden, we use adverb form and delete conjunction like that. And then we keep the rest of the sentence. For example, instead of it is certain, we use certainly. Instead of it is sure, we use surely. That is, it is certain, it is sure, it is sudden. We use adverb form. Here, certainly, surely, suddenly is the adverb form. And we also delete the conjunction like that, and then we keep the rest of the sentence. Now, example, the complex sentence. It is sure that he has done the work. This is a complex sentence. And when we try to make it simple, what will be the simple sentence, dear students? The simple sentence will be surely, because surely is the adverb form. Surely, and then we drop that and we will write the rest of the sentence. That is, he has done the work. Finally, the simple sentence will be surely he has done the work. Another example for you. Complex sentence. It is certain that he will help you. It is certain that he will help you. And the simple sentence will be certainly, because certainly is the adverb form. So the simple sentence will be certainly he will help you. The next one. When a complex sentence starting with since, as, or when with 2 different subjects, we use the following pattern to make it simple. I repeat, when a complex sentence starting with what? Starting with since, as, or when with 2 different subjects, we use the following pattern to make it simple. So the pattern is subject plus verb plus ing of the subordinate clause, and then the remaining part of the subordinate clause, and then the main clause. We will write the main clause. Now the example is for you. complex sentence. Since the weather was cold, we could not go out for a walk. This is a complex sentence. So when we make it simple, what will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence will be, the weather being cold, we could not go out for a walk. According to the rule, the complex sentence starts with since, and when we make it simple, the complex sentence is transformed into a simple sentence. The simple sentence will be, first of all, the subject, that is the weather, and then verb plus ing, that is be. Here verb is was, that is be verb. So be plus ing, the weather being, and the remaining part cold, and then we use a comma, and next we will write the main clause, that is we could not go out for a walk. So finally the simple sentence will be, the weather being cold, we could not go out for a walk. The second example, complex sentence, as the war was ended, the soldiers returned. This is a complex sentence, and when we transform it into a simple sentence, what will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence will be the were, that is the subject, and then verb plus ing. Here we have also got the be verb, that is was, and be plus ing. So the were being ended, and then we use a comma, and then the rest of the sentence, the remaining clause, that is the soldiers returned. Finally the simple sentence will be, the war being ended, the soldiers returned. Here you see that the subjects are different. The complex sentence starts with since, as, or when, and it also has two different subjects. That is, in the first example, the weather and we. These are the two different subjects. And in the second example, the war and the soldiers. These are the two different subjects. I think it's clear to you. Now we will learn how a compound sentence is transformed into a simple sentence. First one, compound sentence having or. We use the following pattern to make it simple. First of all, we will write without, and then gerund. What is gerund? Verb plus ing. And then the remaining part, then we put a comma instead of or, and then we will write the next clause. This is the pattern how we make a compound sentence into simple sentence when the compound sentence having or. For example, the compound sentence, make haste or you will be late. This is a compound sentence. And when we make it simple, what will be the simple sentence, my dear students? The simple sentence will be, according to the rule, first of all we will write without, and then gerund, that is verb plus ing. Here what is the verb in this sentence? Yes, the verb is make, and verb plus ing, that is make plus ing, making. So without making haste, and then we use a comma, and then we will write the next clause, that is you will be late. So finally the simple sentence will be, without making haste, you will be late. Now the second example is for you. Walk fast or you cannot get the train. This is the compound sentence. And when we make it simple, we will write first of all without and then the gerund, verb plus ing. Here walk is the verb and we add ing to the verb walk and it will be walking. So the simple sentence will be without walking fast. Then we use a comma instead of or. Or is deleted here and put a comma here. And the next clause is you cannot get the train. So the simple sentence will be without walking fast, comma, you cannot get the train. The next one. In a compound sentence joined by and, having the same subject and also having main verbs in both the clauses, we use the following pattern to make it simple. I repeat, in a compound sentence joined by and, having the same subject and also having main verbs in both the clauses, we use the following pattern to make it simple. So what will be the pattern? Verb plus ing of the first clause. And then we will write remaining part of the first clause. Then we put a comma and then the subject and then the rest of the sentence or the rest of the clause. For example, he closed the door and went away. This is a compound sentence. He closed the door and went away. In this sentence, this compound sentence is joined by and has the same subject, that is he, and also have the main verbs in both the clauses, that is one is closed and another one is went. So the simple sentence will be according to the rule verb plus ing of the first clause, that is the first verb here is close. Close plus ing, that is closing. And the remaining part of the first clause is the door. So closing the door. Next we put a comma. Okay, then we will use subject. So what is the subject here? He is the subject. And then the rest of the clause, that is went away. So finally the simple sentence here will be closing the door, he went away. So closing the door, he went away. Now the third one. In a compound sentence joined by and, having the same subject and also the first clause or the first sentence indicating what? Indicating cause or any reason. We use the following pattern to make it simple. So compound sentence joined by and, having the same subject and also the first clause indicating cause and reason. So what do we use here? The pattern is, first of all, we use because of or on account of. Then we use possessive form of the subject and then verb plus ing. Then the remaining part of the first clause, then we put a comma and then the subject and the rest of the sentence or rest of the clause. Again, if there is be verb, that is am, is, are, was, were, we use be plus ing, that is being. And in other cases, verb plus ing. For example, close is the verb plus ing, that is the verb will be closing of the first clause. For example, he was ill and he could not come here. This is a compound sentence. He was ill and he could not come here. Now, when we make it simple, the simple sentence will be because of. First of all, according to the rule, first of all we use because of, and then we use the possessive form of the subject. So the subject is he and the possessive form of subject is what? His, H-I-S, his. And then verb plus ing, that is be plus ing, being. And then the remaining part is ill. And then we put a comma and then subject. What is the subject here? Yes, he is the subject here. And the rest of the sentence, that is he could not come here. So finally the simple sentence will be because of his being ill, he could not come here. Another example is for you. He was inexperienced in business and he suffered a heavy loss. This is a compound sentence. And when we make it simple, we will write because of his, the possessive form of the subject he, and then the be verb be plus ing, and then the remaining part inexperienced in business, and then we use a comma and then the remaining clause, that is he suffered a heavy loss. So the simple sentence will be because of his being inexperienced in business, comma, he suffered a heavy loss. Now, number 4. When a compound sentence is joined by and having different subject. When the compound sentence is joined by and also having different subjects, what happened? We use the following structure to make it simple. Subject plus subject of the first sentence plus verb plus ing, then we use comma and then the next clause. For example, compound sentence. The weather was bad and we did not go out. Look at the example here. This is a compound sentence. This is joined by and this sentence has two different subjects. That is, number 1 is the weather and number 2 is what? Number 2 is we. So the weather and we, these are the two different subjects in this compound sentence. Now we make it simple. What will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence will be the subject. First of all, the subject of the first sentence, that is what? That is the weather. And then verb plus ing. Again the be verb is used here, that is was. So ing is added and it will be being. And bad, next we use comma and then we write the next clause or the second clause. We did not go out. So the simple sentence will be the weather being bad, we did not go out. Now the next one. Compound sentence indicating time. Compound sentence indicating time. We use the following pattern to make it simple. Structure: time indicating phrase, and then we use comma and the next sentence or the next clause, coordinate clause. For example, compound sentence: it was 10 years ago and we first met. This is a compound sentence. Now we make it simple. What will be the simple sentence according to the structure? According to the structure, first of all, we use simply the time indicating phrase, that is 10 years ago. And we will drop subject and verb. And then we use comma, and then we will write the next clause, that is we first met. So the simple sentence will be 10 years ago we first met. Here in this sentence you can see that we have dropped the subject, that is it, and also verb of the time indicating clause, that is was. Instead we use time indicating phrase. What is that? 10 years ago. This is the time indicating phrase. And then we put a comma, and then we will write the next clause, that is 10 years ago we first met. This is the simple sentence. Next, when a compound sentence is joined by but, what do? We use the following pattern to make it simple. Structure: in spite of plus possessive form of the subject of first sentence. In spite of plus possessive form of the subject of the first sentence, and then verb plus ing of the first sentence, and then we use a comma, and then we will write the second sentence. Now the example. Compound sentence: he was terribly unhappy, but he did not blame anyone. He was terribly unhappy, but he did not blame anyone. This is the compound sentence. And when we make it simple, what will be the simple sentence? The simple sentence will be in spite of his being terribly unhappy. First of all, we will write in spite of, and then we use the possessive form, that is his, of the subject. Here he is the subject, and then being, that is verb plus ing, and the remaining part, that is terribly unhappy, then we put a comma, and then we will write the next sentence, second sentence, that is he did not blame anyone. So finally the simple sentence will be in spite of his being terribly unhappy, he did not blame anyone. The next example is for you. I called him, but he gave me no answer. This is a compound sentence. And when we make it simple, what will be the simple sentence? In spite of my calling him, he gave me no answer. So, according to the rule, first of all, we use in spite of. Then, we use the possessive form of the subject. Here, I is the subject, and the possessive form of I is my. And then verb plus ing, that is call plus ing, calling. And then the remaining part, him, and we put a comma and the next sentence, that is he gave me no answer. So the simple sentence will be, in spite of my calling him, comma, he gave me no answer. Now, my dear students, I'd like to conclude here. Hope you will practice it at home, all these rules of today's session. The more you practice, the more it will be clear to you. The more it will be easier to you. I have tried my level best to make you understand all these rules. And I want you to practice all these rules of transformation of sentences at your home. Thank you very much, my dear students, for hearing me. Best of luck. Stay home, stay blessed, and stay fine. Thank you.